Hello and welcome to all you Taurus people. This is your monthly horoscope for May of 2021. And for a lot of you, happy birthday, dear Taurians. It's your birthday month, and let's have a look what this month is all about. It's one of the most eventful months of the year because so much is happening. There are eclipses happening. There is Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, transiting a new sign, which happens only once a year. There is the Mercury and the Venus dancing around there in Gemini. And at the very end, Mercury is even going retrograde. I mean, there's a lot happening. But I want to put these videos quite precise, concise, not too much. And of course, last but not least, there is a new moon in Taurus for you as well. So let's break this down. I say it for the collective, it's a very important month, but not so much for the Taurians. So it's not that for the Taurians, this is all life changing and so on. Of course, again, these are general horoscopes. Remember, it's not a personal horoscope that I'm doing here. But in general, I'm going to put a little bit of this because I'm not seeing anymore. Sorry for that. But I hope it's not too dark now. It's not. But what I'm trying to say here is, although quite a lot of events for the Taurians, it's not in key areas of their life. And now I think it's a bit too dark. Anyways, excuse me for that. But what is happening here with the eclipse? Now, the eclipse is happening though in houses that deal with Taurus. So although it's not the key area of your life, it's still a lot about you and it's about your value. So the eclipse is a lunar one, a total one, a very strong one. And that means it's on the 26th of the month, but you feel it the whole month. And it's a full moon. So this is about culmination, about things becoming very clear. And for you, it has to do with value. It has to do with the money houses. The second and the eighth house is definitely the money houses. And on a deeper level, it's about the self-worth houses. And it is in Sagittarius. So this eclipse happens in the sign of Sagittarius is at 5 degrees of Sagittarius, the moon, and the sun will be at 5 degrees of Gemini, opposing each other. What does it mean? Where the moon is, there's a south node. This is about letting go. This is about saying goodbye to that. This is about stepping away from that. And the north node is with the sun. This is what people need to focus on if they want to grow the fastest, if they want to go towards their most authenticity and to their development. So what is this all about? This is, first of all, belonging for those of you, the nerds around you who are interested in astrology. This eclipse belongs to the Taurus family North 5. And that is an eclipse that is all about vision. So seeing things in advance and acting upon that already. That's what this eclipse is all about. It's your intuition. It's seeing things in advance and then, yeah, boom, you're already acting on it. And therefore, it's like you know what's going on and therefore you already act upon it. And that is so true for Sagittarius. I mean, Sagittarius has to do with a broad perspective, and it also has to do with knowing things, wisdom, right? And for you, this is definitely about your worth. A lot, I've been talking about this a lot because these eclipses and these nodes are shifting, have been in the place of your money houses and your word houses for a while. So this is not new, but now it comes to a climax that you could say on a money level. Let's start with that on the 3D level, so to speak. It's about stepping away of being dependent of other people, whether it is maybe you are younger and you're depending on parents or the money of your parents, or many you are maybe depending on money from the state or from whoever, right? Relationship, whatever. And this is about realizing that you can no longer be dependent on that, and it doesn't make you feel good. and it's about going towards where the sun is with the north node. So new opportunities for self-sufficiency, basically, with that in your second house. Again, you can feel it already now as you watch the video in April, because eclipses go a long way. And so for the Taurians, it's so important to value themselves, to know their worth, to know their value, not to sell themselves lower than they are, right? Definitely on a financial level. And to look for, because it's not only this Gemini sun there, it's also for the whole month Venus and Mercury in your second house. And even at the end of the month, Mercury goes backwards on the 30th, but I'll talk about that in the videos of next month. But that means that you're gonna think a lot about money. You're gonna think a lot about what I'm saying here, the self-worth, and how to discover yourself in a new way, and how to improve your situation, whether it is money or whether it is self-worth. You know, in astrology, it's so interesting, isn't it, that these two belong to the same area of life. So do everything that you can, dear Taurians, to work on you, to focus on you, to focus not too much on other people, but to focus on you, what you want to achieve, what your goals are, and you're going to get the most out of this. Because when this transit of Mercury is done, which will be within 2 months, so getting out of the shadow period and going backwards and forwards and whatnot, this means that you had an opportunity to improve your situation. It could go a bit worse though, but to improve it and to make it a bit stronger there. So definitely very interesting for the Taurians. And you see, it's not like this life-changing thing that things happen in your life that you get out of your comfort zone, but it's really about working on you and seeing your value it's one of your destinies, right? Because you are Taurian. People who've got planets in Taurus, it's their team, you know, self-esteem and how to gain it and whatnot. You got your new moon as well in Taurus at 21 degrees already on the 11th. So that means that around that time, around the beginning of the month, around the 11th, you see new beginnings, new opportunities arriving for you in your life. So this is key. For the rest is just a bit peanuts that I'm talking about here, but this is key for you, right? So enjoy Mercury and Venus, very positive planets. Mercury is thinking about how you can improve your situation, and Venus is gentle energy, and it's attracting as well. So you're going to be attracting more money. You're going to be attracting more things that you like, right? Now, I have to say here a little bit of a caution around the 26th, around the eclipse. Why? Because this will square up to Neptune, right? So watch out for big things that you want to buy that cost a lot of money, and you're doubting a little bit. Don't do it, you know, around that time, because the square to Neptune means that maybe after that you won't like it anymore. So of course, if you can wait, so around that time is a bit tricky there. Now, another thing is Jupiter in your 11th house. So Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of meaningfulness, the planet of good luck, is shifting into its own sign in Pisces. So it's the old ruler, Jupiter, of the sign of Pisces in your 11th house, which is the house of friends and the house of your goals and plans for the future. So a lot here, and this is going to happen on the 14th. So it's going to be the first degrees of Pisces, 0, 1, 2 degrees, and then it goes backwards again. So this transit is only for May, June, and July, and then next year. But it's already a sneak preview, so to speak, that you will have luck when it comes to establishing new goals for the future, doing things in groups, doing things with friends, benefic friends that can really support you in a really that expand your horizons, because it's Jupiter. People who can really support you, who've got your best interest. When you have your own business, this is very good. This means that, because it's also a money house, when you have your own business though, because it's the second house of the 10th. So this means that when your business was a bit down, this can mean that now it goes up again, and there is a lot of expansion here. So very auspicious energy for you. And last but not least, and that's going to stay there for a long time, so I will be talking about that in further months as well. And then Mars will be in your third house in Cancer. Cancer is a sign that goes very well, that goes very gently with the energy of Taurus. It's in your third house of communication. So you could be communicating a bit stronger there, a bit more emotional as well. But all in all, I don't think this will be too bad, because this Mars at the end of the month as well, while the eclipse is going on, is trining Neptune. So you can act really, you can think things and almost feel them. It's a strange way to say, but it is like that. And doing that because you feel empowered to do so. So a lot of good stuff happening, but also a lot of work that can be done on the self. And I'm going to wrap it up here. I wish you a very, very good birthday, dear Taurians. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next time. Bye-bye.